Hi, and welcome to this course, Starting with Quarkus. My name is Antonio Goncalves, and I will be your instructor throughout this course. So, who am I? Well, I'm a Java developer, and in fact, I've been a Java developer for a long time. I went from monolith to graphical user interface in Java, and now to microservices and function as a service. And of course, Quarkus. I've been one of the very first users of Quarkus. I'm also a book author. I've written 2 books on Quarkus, but actually it's my 6th and 7th book. So I've been writing books since 2005, mostly around Java, Java EE, and distributed system. I also talk at conferences. You can find me in international conferences. I like to give talks. I like to give courses. I like to write books. I like to write articles. And I also organize conferences. I organize Devoxx France and Vox microservice that takes place here in Paris. And because of all that, I've been awarded Java Champion. So I've been a Java Champion for a decade now. I'm very, happy about that. And, if you want to know more about me or contact me, make sure to contact me on Twitter or to go to my website, and you'll find all the informations. Okay, well, that's it for me. So, about this course, starting with Quarkus, I would like to say that the level of the course is for beginners. Beginners in Quarkus. As you'll see, you need to know Java, the Java language, the Java platform. But in terms of Quarkus, it's really a first step to Quarkus. So if you don't know Quarkus, it's the perfect course to follow. If you are an advanced Quarkus user already, then you might get some information out of this course, but maybe more advanced courses will suit you better. So if you don't know Quarkus or have heard about Quarkus, this is the perfect course for you. Who are you? Well, this course is targeted for Java developers. If you are comfortable with the Java language and the Java platform and are curious about Quarkus, then it's the perfect course for you. It's mostly for back-end Java developers. As you'll see, Quarkus is a back-end technology, but even if you come from the graphical world of Java, you will get some information on Quarkus, but it's true that it's mostly to back-end Java developers. It is perfect if you come from the Spring or Java EE world. If you are comfortable with Spring and Java EE and application servers, but you want to have a feel on Quarkus, then it's the right place for you. Even if you don't code Java on a day-to-day basis, but you used to be a developer, you still have some knowledge of the Java language and platform, then you can follow this course to get, a feel on Quarkus. Okay? So what are the goals of these courses? First of all is to understand Quarkus. I will define what Quarkus is, and I will give you some information about what makes it different from other toolkits. Then, as this course is very hands-on, it follows, slides and activities, we will bootstrap a Quarkus application, add some code, add some tests, package it, and run it. And in fact, we will even generate a native binary thanks to GraalVM, and this binary will be packaged and executed inside a Docker container. So these are the goals of this course. So even if it's a beginner's course on Quarkus, you must have some Java knowledge. I won't be explaining what Java is, and we will straight go into coding very quickly. So you must know the Java language and the Java ecosystem. As we will develop a REST API, I won't introduce the REST principles. I will just give you some definition and some information on JAX-RS, which is used to develop our REST endpoint, but I won't go into the details of REST. The hands-on are really Maven focused. Everything is done with Maven, adding extension, compiling, building, everything uses Maven. So I won't introduce Maven or explain you what it is. I expect you to know that. Same for testing. Quarkus tests evolve around JUnit, so I won't be explaining what JUnit is. And at the very end, we will build a Docker image and run a Docker image. It's a little Docker. I won't go into too much details of Docker, but again, I won't be explaining you the principles of Docker, and I expect you to know what a Docker container image is, and then I will show you how to run them with Quarkus. All the demos, all the code I'll be typing, I'll be doing that on Mac OS X. But as you know, Java being portable and Quarkus also being portable and our code being portable, it should run on Windows and Linux. So, you know, I am comfortable with this operating system. Make sure you are comfortable with the one you use, and the demos and code examples should work in all operating systems. Well, what about this course then? As I said, I will first introduce Quarkus, tell you how it works, where it comes from, and also give you some numbers, some performance numbers, why it performs better than other frameworks. Then we will check the development environment. As you will see, to do this exercise, we need a JDK, we need GraalVM installed, we need Docker. So I won't explain you how to install all these tools, but we will make sure we'll do a checklist of what the tools you'll need to follow this course. And then we will bootstrap a Quarkus application, and with this generated code, we will add more code, more tests. Then we will configure this application using Quarkus profiles, Quarkus configuration. And then once we have this little application up and running, we will package it in executable jars, but also as native binaries thanks to GraalVM. And once we have this binary, we will build a Docker image out of it, and we will run this Docker image. This course is basically going through the entire development cycle with Quarkus, from bootstrapping to coding, testing, packaging, building, and executing.